Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take a peek behind the corporate curtain, and today we're going to see if Capital Southwest Corporation is steering the ship right or about to hit an iceberg. Stick around. So on the 15th of January 2026, Capital Southwest Corporation, or CSXC as we might call them, dropped a little something on us. It's not a full quarterly report, but more of a heads up, releasing some early numbers for the quarter that ended the 31st of December 2025. Think of it as a spoiler alert for their financial performance. This is a current report, which means something important happened that the public needs to know about right away, and in this case, it's all about their money situation. They are based in Texas, and their stock trades on the Nasdaq Global Select Market under the ticker symbol CSXWC. The main event here is under item 2.02, which is all about the company's money performance. They put out a press release to share some preliminary figures for the quarter ending the 31st of December 2025. Now, normally we get a full detailed report, but this gives us a sneak peek. It is like getting the final score before the game is officially over. This press release, Exhibit 99.1, is the key piece we're looking at. It contains preliminary estimates of their financial condition and results of operations. Remember, these are estimates, so they aren't the final audited numbers, but they give us a strong indication of where the company stands. This filing doesn't have detailed financial tables like a full 10Q or 10K. Instead, it points to a press release. The real meat and potatoes usually come in those earnings reports, but these preliminary numbers are what the company itself is putting out there as their current snapshot. It tells us their management is being proactive in communicating what they see. However, without the actual numbers from the press release being included here, it's hard to give a detailed financial breakdown. What we can say is that the company is making an announcement about its financial condition and its results for the quarter that just wrapped up. This move itself suggests there might be something noteworthy they want investors to see. It is a way for them to manage expectations and perhaps get ahead of any market movements. When a company issues a press release like this, especially one marked as a current report, it usually means they have achieved or are expecting to achieve certain financial benchmarks or have experienced significant events that impact their financial standing. The fact that it is a preliminary estimate means we should look out for the full report later for the exact figures. Capital Southwest Corporation's primary security is its common stock, which has a par value of $0.25 per S-share. This stock is listed on the Nasdaq Global Select Market, a pretty important exchange. This means individual investors can buy and sell shares easily, and it gives us a good gauge of how the market views the company's performance. The report is signed off by Michael S. Sana, who holds the important titles of President and Chief Executive Officer. This tells us that the top leadership is personally verifying the information being presented in this filing. It's a standard but crucial part of these regulatory documents, showing accountability from the very top. Looking at this filing, the main takeaway is a heads up about Capital Southwest Corporation's performance for the quarter ending the 31st of December 2025. While we don't have the specific numbers here, the act of releasing these preliminary estimates is significant. It signals a desire for transparency and perhaps a positive outlook they want to share early. Now, for my take, Capital Southwest Corporation, by issuing this early release, is trying to communicate effectively with its investors. It is a good sign that leadership is actively managing the flow of information. However, without the actual financial data from the press release, any deep dive into their strengths, weaknesses, or specific risks is speculative. We know they are a publicly traded company with common stock, which means market sentiment and financial health are key. Typically, for a company like this, we'd be looking for things like revenue growth, profitability, debt levels, and how they are managing their investments relative to their peers. The real story here is in the press release that this document references. This Form 8K is essentially the cover letter. We will need to dig into that Exhibit 99.1 for the actual numbers that tell us whether Capital Southwest is growing, shrinking, or holding steady. Keep an eye out for their full quarterly report where those details will be laid bare. Overall, Capital Southwest Corporation is giving us a signal. It is up to us, the investors and observers, to wait for the full report and see if that signal is a strong buy, a cautionary tale, or just business as usual. Alright, that is our quick decoding of this Capital Southwest Corporation filing. What do you think about companies releasing preliminary financial estimates like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more regular insights into company filings. And remember, we have a Discord community linked in the description where we discuss these things further. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.